like 25%. Is
What?
that medium or high?
What? 25% what?
Of THC. Because
That's
I had
that's pretty.
Skywalker, which was 25%.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty on the high end. They're not getting weed up to like 30, 30, 40s. That's the If you want to go any higher than that, you gotta get concentrated.
It's
You ain't gonna
telling
get no
me
flower.
it's telling me which of the following describes the CBD level. How would I know that?
The CBD is more of the medication, not what you get you high.
Yeah, but if it was
It
I saw
tells you.
25% THC. I didn't
Yeah,
look at the.
CBD is very low.
So I
CBD
say I
don't
don't
go
know.
over like 3%.
Well, I'm gonna say I don't know because I don't know, right?
Okay, yeah.
Now, do you want to know the amount of THC or CBD of the dried herbs that you used last? Sure. Enter. Wait. What are the Okay, this was 25%.
Let's break down what happened in the image you provided. You were trying to install some
Enter the
Python
number of
libraries
CBD.
using
I
pip.
don't know.
The command you ran: pip install smtplib imaplib cryptography. This command tells pip, Python's package installer, to download and install three specific libraries: smtplib, used for sending emails; imaplib, used for reading emails; cryptography, provides cryptographic tools and algorithms. The problem: the error messages indicate that pip couldn't find the smtplib library. Error: could not find a version that satisfies the requirement smtplib from versions none. Error: no matching distribution found for smtplib. Why this might happen: 1. Typo. It's possible there's a typo in the library name. Double check the spelling. 2. Outdated pip. Your pip version might be outdated. Try updating it with Python. mpip install. Upgrade pip. 3. Network issue. There might have been a temporary issue with your internet connection preventing pip from accessing the package repository. What to do next? 1. Check the spelling. Make sure you typed smtplib correctly. 2. Update pip. Run the update command mentioned above. 3. Retry the installation. After updating pip, try running the original install command again. 4. Search for the library. If the problem persists, you could try searching online for the library to see if there are any known issues or alternative installation methods. Important note: the image you provided shows a Windows PowerShell window. Make sure you have Python installed and that pip is available in your system's PATH environment variable. If you still have trouble, provide more information about your system, operating system.
Bixby. Bixby. The hell?
It says you're flying through the survey.
That's right.
It's got a little Superman. Now we want to ask you about edible cannabis. Okay.
It looks like you encountered an error while trying to upgrade pip. The command you used, -mpip install upgrade pip, is not the correct syntax for PowerShell. In PowerShell, you should use the following command to upgrade pip: PowerShell, Python, mpip install, upgrade pip. Explanation: Python -mpip. This tells PowerShell to run the pip module as a script using the Python interpreter. Install, upgrade pip. This instructs pip to upgrade itself to the latest version. Steps to resolve the issue: 1. Run the correct command. Open your PowerShell window. Type Python, mpip install. Upgrade pip and press enter. Wait for the upgrade process to complete. 2. Retry the original installation. Once pip is upgraded, try installing the libraries again using the original command. PowerShell pip install SMTPLIB immaplib cryptography. If you still encounter errors after following these steps, please provide the following information: the full output of the error messages after running the upgrade and installation commands, the version of Python you are using, Python version. This additional information will help in diagnosing the problem further. The latest image shows that you have successfully upgraded pip. This is indicated by the message requirement already satisfied. Pip in. Now you should be able to retry installing the libraries you initially wanted. Try this. In your PowerShell window, type PowerShell pip install SMTPLIB immaplib cryptography. Press enter and see if the installation completes successfully this time. If you still encounter any issues, feel free to share the new error messages, and I'll try to assist you further.
Oh. Do this, do that, and do PowerShell.
It appears that you're still encountering issues installing the SMTPLIB library even after successfully upgrading pip. The error message persists. Error. Could not find a version that satisfies the requirement SMTPLIB from versions. None. Error. No matching distribution found for SMTPLIB. This is a bit unusual, as SMTPLIB is a standard library in Python and should be available by default. Here are a few things you can try to troubleshoot this further. 1. Check Python version. It's essential to ensure you are using a compatible version of Python. SMTPLIB should be included in most standard Python installations. You can check your Python version by running Python version in PowerShell. 2. Verify Python installation. In some cases, the Python installation itself might have issues. You could try reinstalling Python to ensure everything is set up correctly. 3. Clear pip cache. Sometimes, pip's cache can become corrupted, leading to issues like this. You can try clearing the pip cache by running PowerShell pip cache purge. 4. Virtual environment. Recommended. It's generally a good practice to use virtual environments for Python projects.
Is this the latest Python version? Probably not.
Let me see when your weed packages, please.
Huh?
Let me see when your weed packages, please.
I didn't open that one yet.
Yes, based on the image you provided, Python 3.1 2.4 is the latest version of Python as of today, September 20th, 2024. So the issue you're having with SMTPLIB is likely not related to an outdated Python version. It's good that you have the latest version, which often includes bug fixes and improvements.
Write me a new code that will allow me to download these libraries.
Since SMTPLIB and Immaplib are standard Python libraries, you shouldn't need to install them explicitly. They should be available as soon as you have Python installed. However, cryptography is a third-party library that needs to be installed. You can install it using the following command in your PowerShell. PowerShell pip install cryptography. This should download and install the cryptography library, allowing you to use it in your Python scripts. Explanation: pip install. This is the standard command to install Python packages using the pip package manager. Cryptography. This is the name of the specific library you want to install. After installation, you should now be able to import and use all three libraries in your Python code. Rest of your code using these libraries. Important note: if you're still encountering errors even after installing cryptography, it's possible there might be some conflicts with other libraries or your Python environment. Consider creating a virtual environment as mentioned in my previous response to isolate your project dependencies. Let me know if you have any further questions or issues.
How do I run a check on all of the libraries that I have installed?
You have a few options to check the installed libraries in your Python environment. 1. Using piplist. This is the most straightforward method. Open your PowerShell and type PowerShell piplist. This will display a list of all installed packages along with their versions. 2. Using pipfreeze. This command provides a similar output to piplist, but in a format suitable for creating a requirements file. PowerShell pipfreeze. You can redirect the output to a file using greater than. PowerShell pipfreeze greater than requirements link to .t.xt. 3. Within a Python script, you can also check installed libraries programmatically within a Python script. Installed underscore packages equals pkg underscore resources dot working underscore set. Installed underscore packages underscore list equals sorted %s equals %s %I link to .key i.version for I in installed underscore packages. Print installed.
Is Virtual Studio Code a good virtual environment?
No, Visual Studio Code versus code itself is not a virtual environment. VS Code is a code editor, a tool for writing and editing code. It has excellent support for Python development, including features like syntax highlighting, code completion, IntelliSense, debugging, integration with Git, and other version control systems. Virtual environments, on the other hand, are isolated spaces where you can install specific versions of Python packages for a particular project. This helps avoid conflicts between different projects that might require different versions of the same libraries. VS Code works very well with virtual environments. It can help you create virtual environments, activate and manage them, install packages within the active environment. So while VS Code itself is not a virtual environment, it's a great tool to use in conjunction with them.
Where can I get a virtual environment on PowerShell?
You already have the capability to create virtual environments right within PowerShell. Python 3.3 and later versions include the built-in VENV module for this purpose. Here's how to create a virtual environment. 1. Open PowerShell. 2. Navigate to your project directory. Use the cd command to change to the directory where you want to create your virtual environment. For example, PowerShell, cdc userzeddy my project. 3. Create the virtual environment. Use the following command, replacing MYENV with your desired environment name. PowerShell, Python, -MVENV, MYENV. This will create a new folder named MYENV in your project directory, containing the virtual environment files. 4. Activate the virtual environment. To start using the virtual environment, you need to activate it. Run the following command, adjusting the path if your environment name is different. PowerShell, MYENV scripts link to activate .ps1. You'll notice your PowerShell prompt change, usually indicating the active environment name. Once activated, any packages you install using pip install will now be installed within the virtual environment, isolated from your global Python installation. You can deactivate the environment when you're done by typing deactivate. Key points: no external tools needed. You don't need to download any additional software to create virtual environments in PowerShell. Flexibility: you can create multiple virtual environments for different projects, each with its own set of packages.
Damn it! I didn't do PowerShell. What happened? I did it twice. First, I forgot the PowerShell, and then I put the PowerShell CD, and it gave me the same thing. What happened? How can I fix it?
The error message you're seeing indicates that the directory cusers adding my project does not exist on your system. What happened? You tried to change the current directory using the cd command, but the specified path doesn't exist. This is why you get the error. Cannot find path, because it does not exist. Adding PowerShell before the cd command doesn't change anything, because cd is already a built-in PowerShell command. How to fix it? 1. Make sure the directory exists. Double check the spelling of the directory name. If you're unsure about the path, you can use the dir command to list the contents of the current directory and see if my project is listed there. 2. Create the directory, if needed. If the directory doesn't exist, you can create it using the mkdir command. For example, PowerShell, mkdirc users edit my project. 3. Navigate to the correct directory. Once you're sure the directory exists, use the cd command to change to it. PowerShell, CDC users ready my project. Additional notes. Case sensitivity. PowerShell is generally case insensitive for commands and file/directory names. However, it's good practice to use the correct capitalization to avoid confusion. Tab completion. PowerShell has tab completion, which can help you avoid typos in paths. Start typing the path and press tab to auto-complete it, if possible. If you continue to have trouble, provide the following information: the output of pwd, present working directory, to see where you currently are in the file system, the output of dir, to list the contents of the current directory. This will help me give you more specific guidance.
Did it create it? And how do I open it? And how do I start?
Yes, it appears you successfully created the directory my project based on the output of the mkdir command. The following line confirms this. Directory. C user ready. Mode, last write time, length name, D. September 20th, 2024, 6:16 p.m. My project. To open the directory, 1. Navigate to it in PowerShell. Use the cd command, PowerShell, CDC User Ready My Project. 2. Open it in File Explorer. You can also open File Explorer and navigate to the path C User Ready My Project manually to create and activate a virtual environment within this directory. 1. Make sure you're in the correct directory. If you haven't already, navigate to the My Project directory using CD as shown above. 2. Create the virtual environment. Use the VENV module, PowerShell, Python, -MVENV, MYENV. This will create a new folder named MYENV inside your My Project directory. 3. Activate the virtual environment. Run the activation script, PowerShell, MYENV scripts link to activate.ps1. Your PowerShell prompt should change, indicating that the virtual environment is active. Once the virtual environment is activated, you can install packages using pip install, and they will be isolated within this environment. You can start working on your Python project within this environment. Remember, to deactivate the virtual environment when you're done, simply type deactivate.
All right.
What's wrong? They're asking me if cannabis would cause cancer.
It could. I guess. I don't know. It's
I
combustion.
said no. I don't think so. I mean, you walk into some of these buildings, they're like, hey, this building is going to cause you cancer.
Uh-huh.
Do you see this on the package? No. That's my opinion. I'm sorry, but you know what? Marijuana got me through college, and I was an A- student. If I didn't give birth, I would have continued to be an A- student, but she turned me into a B+ student. So, I mean, am I wrong?
Mm-mm.
I think I'm very reasonable.
Yeah,
And I was smoking some homegrown shit. We didn't have it legal then.
All right. There you go.
Those were the days. Yep. When I had some friends selling big blow pops for 25 cents, I was ripping off my mama's pounds so I could sell her
Yes.
blue hair indica for, just to get to that part. I remember being grounded for 2 months straight. I had to lie to my stepdad and tell him I was going to the store for some tampons. And then my mom got home, she was like, she doesn't even wear tampons!
She don't even wear a tampon.
Mom had to pull
Mom!
got grounded for a whole nother month. Don't let her lie to you. That's what she told my stepdad.
Yeah.
I was sick of being in the house. We're talking 2 months. That's heavy duty for a 14-year-old.
Okay. Oh, excuse me.
From the image, it seems the main issue is a typo in the directory path. You're trying to access C User Ready My Project, but the directory you created earlier is located at C Users Ready My Project. Notice the capitalized users. To fix this and proceed, 1. Navigate to the correct directory. Use the cd command with the correct path. PowerShell. CDC Users Ready My Project. 2. Create and activate the virtual environment. Now that you're in the correct directory, you can create the virtual environment as you intended. PowerShell, Python, MVENV, MENV. Then, activate it. PowerShell, MYENV scripts link to activate .ps1. Key points. Double check paths. Always be mindful of typos, especially when dealing with file paths. Use tab completion. PowerShell's tab completion can be helpful in autofilling paths and avoiding typos. Start typing the path and press tab to see if it completes. With these corrections, you should be able to create and activate your virtual environment successfully.
Mm. And tell me how to fix this to create the virtual environment. It's not working. Man, I don't got my goddamn Wi-Fi on.